What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Box Attack. I'm Dom, and today we are getting into some NECA Haulathon. It's a big thing at Target and on the internet. It was kind of, I don't know. Anyway, they launched a bunch of stuff at Target, and y'all know how I feel about Target, but it was also on the Haulathon website. You could order things there. I happened to walk into Target right when they were stocking stuff, and I was able to get my hands on this 2-pack right here, the Super Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady 2-pack from NECA. Stomp titles. If you guys, maybe that went over your head, but it's these two are from an episode of the animated series of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They are created by Krang. They are cybernetic clones, and I'm pretty happy about them. So we have the box here, your typical Ninja Turtle packaging, you know, nothing really crazy going on here. We are gonna open these up and get them out of the box. I also do have Muckman and Joe Eyeball, the Sewer Heroes series. Toxicity now. The box glows in the dark. The figure on the inside glows in the dark. It's light outside, so I don't think that I can do like a glow thing, but follow me on Instagram if you don't already. I'll post some glow pictures of this later on when it gets darker. But for now, we're gonna start out by opening up Super Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady, and I'm pretty excited. I do gotta say, I've noticed one thing about these NECA 2-packs now. The cardboard on them is not nearly as durable as it used to be. They used to come in much thicker cardboard. Actually, here, wait. This 2-pack, which I have not opened yet, much thicker cardboard, much nicer. I don't know what it is with these guys right here. Anyway, we're gonna get into the box, and well, you know how this goes. It takes forever to get the figures out of these boxes. So let me just open everything up, and then we'll talk about it. All right, so here we go with Super Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady. I got them out of the box, and they are looking super clean. They do come with spare hands here as well, and I believe that the hands are kind of the same between the both of them, so it really doesn't matter which one you use, but you have things like 2 fists. You have kind of like a open hand right here. We have an open hand sculpt, and then we have one like I've thrown on Rocksteady here with a gun grip, and then we have one on Bebop here that is used to hold an object, a cylindrical object. So those are the kind of the extra hands you get, but I mean, you know, who cares? Let's go ahead and take a look at the figures here themselves. We're gonna start out with Bebop here, and Bebop is looking super clean. I like the muted tones. I heard some people say they weren't too into like the muted tones in them, but obviously, I mean, this is from the cartoon. This is how they're supposed to be. So I just think it looks super clean all around. Now, we do have a parking meter here, a broken off parking meter, and you can see that it's kind of like shattered right here on the top, and it's actually got some like earth stuck to the bottom of it, which, you know, he pulled it out of the ground, obviously. And we can go ahead and, let me throw that in his hand real quick. Look at him. He's got the parking meter in his hand. He's ready to fight. And then we also do have a couple of other things here as far as accessories that could work for him. We have a little gun right here, looking pretty clean. And then we have like a little transmitter pack. I can't remember what the name of this thing was. And a little bomb right here as well with a couple of wires. Be careful pulling this out of the box. You don't want to break those wires. They are rubbery, and this thing is kind of stuck in that plastic pretty good. But 2 little accessories here, and that's kind of all. That's all we got in the accessories department. Not very much, but back to Bebop here. So check him out. With Bebop, we do have articulated jaw right there, so you can open up his jaw a little bit, and you know, there's not much to see inside of there, but I do like that we have the ability to open and close that. His little nose ring, not gonna go anywhere. His clothing is kind of fixated to him. You're not gonna be able to take off the vest or anything like that, though you can kind of see underneath it, so the detail kind of wraps around underneath there. And we have his shoulder pads here with little like pistols sticking out of the top, and you can see that same design for the vest kind of wraps around the back here with some little buttons on there. He does have, you know, decent articulation. I mean, he's kind of he's a cybernetic clone, so he's not gonna move just as freely as regular Bebop would, but I think overall we got some pretty good range of motion here. And I really do dig this figure, and it's painted pretty well. I mean, I've personally never had any paint issues with the cartoon stuff, but I think that also if black lines aren't like perfect on there, it kind of lends itself to like the animated look, so it's not going to be as crazy. I'm out of box for all of my turtle stuff though, and I just like to set it up, and I have a whole display over there, so that's just my theory. But look at all the details that we have going on here. We have just all this like nice sculpt work everywhere on him. I mean, they did a really good job on these very, very niche one episoder characters, which is, you know, that's what NECA does. If a character is in the Ninja Turtles cartoon for, you know, 2 seconds, they make a whole freaking ultimate figure about them. So this is Bebop right here, and I think he looks pretty cool. As far as Bebop's articulation, he's limited a little bit up at the top, like we can only get kind of that high on his arm, and we can't really swing around because the shoulder pads get in the way. You'll break those off if you go too far up. So we can go, you know, about that way, forward and backwards. His head, as far as the head goes, he can look to the side and to the other side, but as far as looking down or up, it's about as much movement as we get, unfortunately. His legs, another story though, we can go pretty far on his legs. You can see the little ball joints in there, but I think that articulation on action figures that are like robots tends to work a lot better because you can kind of hide the articulation as like robotic parts. It always works a lot better. We do have elbow joints, typical stuff from NECA. I mean, really nothing fancy happening there with the knees or the elbows or anything like that. And then we can always move his ankles down here. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for Bebop here. I dig him a lot though. I'm looking forward to setting this up next to my Turtles in Disguise and having him stomp Toidles like all day long. So next we have Rocksteady, and Rocksteady right here, look at him, look at that beautiful figure. Oh my gosh, so great. So he does have a little blaster that's fixed to his forearm right there. You can see that doesn't come off. I don't believe it's supposed to, so don't try to pull on it. And he is currently rocking a fist on one hand, and I have a gun grip on the other so that we can give him his weapon so he can go stomp Toidles, because that's what he needs to do. He has jaw articulation as well. He can go pretty wide on his mouth, much wider than Bebop can, which is pretty nice in my opinion. He's always reminded me like he looks like he has like a Star Trek suit on for some reason, but that's just me. He does have like a little radio, like cassette player or something right here on the front. Nothing opens or anything on it. It's just a fun little detail there. And then we have these details that wrap all the way around with little laser blasters on his back as well. And of course, I'm just madly in love with these figures. The articulation on him is pretty limited too. I mean, he can't really do a lot. He's very limited by some of this piping that goes up his neck on the side and on that side. So really, I mean, that's about all the movement you're gonna get out of him. Like, not a whole lot at all. But you can open the jaw really wide, so that's something. That's pretty cool. Again, we do have his weapon right here, which is just, you know, pretty plain. I mean, really nothing much happening there. Very minimal paint detail, because of course, cybernetic clone. You know, it's kind of fitting the whole theme there of everything. And I mean, ultimately, these don't come with a lot of accessories. Not nearly as many as we've seen from other NECA figures, though they are very bulky plastic. Pretty bulky figures, as you can see, so that's definitely a good thing. But yeah, I think that both of these are pretty cool. His neck is really finicky, barely moves. He does have some torso articulation right there, as you can see. Not very much. I mean, he can kind of turn up there a little bit and get a little rock going on. I mean, there's really not much to write home about with these figures in terms of the articulation. I just think they're well painted, they're well done, and really they have to go with my turtles over there. So it's just like it's a no-brainer. We don't have a choice in the matter. But I definitely do love them. so much. So yeah, while we don't have a lot in this 2-pack, and the prices have raised on these, I think these were like $56 for the 2-pack, kind of a lot. Prices are kind of getting up there lately. They're bulky. I mean, I don't like that they come with very minimal accessories compared to like stuff that we usually get in the 2-packs. I mean, usually they're stacked with stuff, but I love them nonetheless because again, they were kind of a necessity for the cartoon turtle line, at least in my opinion anyway. So now I can have Krang rope up Bebop and Rocksteady and make their cybernetic clones so they can stomp all the turtles in the world. And I think what I'm gonna do with the glow-in-the-dark Muckman and Joe Eyeball is just wait until it's dark so we can get a full-on experience with the glow and everything on that. So if you wanna see that video, be sure to leave a thumbs up on this one. Drop a comment down below if you want me to do any other Haulathon reviews, or if you just, want to say hi. I'm always hanging out in the comment section. So I really hope you enjoyed this video though. Let me know what you think about Super Bebop and Mighty Rocksteady down in the comment section as well. I know I told you guys to drop a lot of stuff down there, but I love these figures. They look absolutely fantastic, and I'd love to know your thoughts. But if you're new around here, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos like this drop in the near future. And I really appreciate all the support, everyone. Thank you so much. Once again, this has been Box Attack. I'm Dom, and we'll catch you later.